Well, good morning, my Galilee friends and family. This is Paula coming to you with this message brought to you by my salt shaker. And yeah, it's been a busy week, and I wanted to share a little bit about the salt shaker because when I was at the LWML convention, district convention last week, Pastor, our senior pastoral counselor, Gary Honrecki, talked about salt. Before I go into that, though, he literally loves LWML so much that he purchased himself and wore it a purple suit. Some of you have seen it. I've shared it on Facebook, but just a great guy, and I hope you get to meet him. Anyway, he was talking about him being like a saltaholic and like he has to put salt on everything and how it enhances everything and brings it out and all this. But if it stays in the shaker, it means nothing. And it's not going anywhere. And I thought, what a great analogy. And then I thought, you just sprinkle it out a little bit. And I like it so much. Yeah, I can eat it just like that. A lot of people don't, but I really do. And so I thought that is like one of the best analogies because, we all know there's a lot of different symbolism for salt, and especially in the Bible. As a matter of fact, salt is mentioned over 40 times. And I really encourage you, if you get a chance, to look through the Bible and find the different passages about salt. We don't have time to do it now. This is a little short message, but um, it is very interesting, and I found some really nice stuff that I'm going to keep, reading about it. But anyway, it's like we know we're meant to be, we are like the salt of the earth. Because I was thinking the one we know is Matthew. I think it's 5:13. You are the salt of the earth. But if salt has lost its taste, how shall its saltiness be restored? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled under people's feet. But, that's true. If it lost its saltiness, what good is it? And then my favorite is Luke 34 to 35. Salt is good, but if it loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is fit neither for the soil nor for the manure pile. It is thrown out. Whoever has ears to hear, let them hear. And I thought, well, there you go again. It's like sprinkle the salt little by little. And especially if you're you're spreading the word, you need to sprinkle, not dump. I think dumping could have the opposite effect, so just think sprinkle, little salt shaker and sprinkle. As a matter of fact, I have little tiny shakers, which I didn't bring them out this morning, but that I'm actually going to put in my purse in a little baggie so salt's not all over the place. Like right now I have salt on my Bible, so get rid of that. um, but it's just like, I just think it is a great analogy. And so you think about, if the world was full of Christians, the world is full of Christians, but the more presence of Christians, and that's our job, is to try to get more Christians. And that's actually like, you could use the word flavorful. The world would be certainly a better place and more enjoyable the more Christians we have. Um, and could be more flavorful. It could be more fun for sure. Um, and so I just think, we know that's our job. When we leave church either Saturday or Sunday, we're entering the mission field, and that's another great reminder. It's right there. You can't miss it. And so I just think for most of us, the salt shaker is just a good reminder. And so they were talking about, it's even Jesus required salt as a sacrifice, and I'm thinking, but apparently in biblical times, it was such a high commodity that it was a sacrifice to give up. I know we find that it's hard to believe, but it was different times. It was a biblical times, but it was literally a sacrifice. So I think we need to think for the following week: what is where can we enhance our community, our enhance the flavor of life? Well, we know church, our neighborhood, our families, our schools. There's so many things that we can do in our little world. Um, that we need to remember to keep our salt shaker ready and full, and and it goes down fast. If you're doing it right, it goes down fast. So I'm going to end with it was this prayer, and it's about the saltiness of life and the salty Christians. It's called, and I like the term salty Christians, and it says, "Dear Lord, you have placed in me part excuse me. Dear Lord, you have placed me in my part of the world so that I might be a servant right where I am. Help me, Lord, to do this. May I see opportunities to add flavor to the world around me. Help my church to do this. We cannot flavor much of the world on our own, but when people are salty together, the world will taste different. Teach us how we might be faithful, present as salty communities." Oh man, I'm thinking, oh, I just love that. And I just, we have a lot of salty Christians. And when our little salty, look at the LWML women, um, not just our Sunday school teachers, we have a lot of salty people spreading the word and making it a better place. So I'm going to end with that. But I got a public service announcement, maybe two. One is, as most of you probably know, we have canceled the Fall Bazaar for tomorrow because hurricane season. It's not looking good. So, but remember, it's rescheduled for next week, Saturday, October 8th, same time, same place, 9 to 2. It's all going to be outside. The one thing different, it was just going to be a flea market to, get rid of they call them treasures in the garage. But however, it's been, Debbie Bangert stepped in, and we've gotten a lot more stuff. It's going to be a fall bazaar. So it's going to have, I know we're going to be selling hot dogs and potato chips and water and a soda. And then we're going to have pumpkins and mums for sale. I know I'm actually waiting to get my mums at the church, at the bazaar. We're having kids' games, lots of kids' games. And so you need to come out as families and bring your children, bring your grandchildren. It's going to be so much fun for them. There may be a craft, I'm not sure, but I think there is. And there's also going to be like a little tattoo parlor for the kids because we didn't have face painter. So, but they're good tattoos. They're little stick-ons, and they're like pumpkins and things with like Jesus on them or something. Really nice and wholesome. So just bring out, family and friends. We haven't had a bazaar for, well, it was before COVID. So we really want to get back into that again. And of course, the proceeds go for our missions. And we've been able to fulfill every single one of them. And hopefully we'll do it again. And, we will. He's always with us. And then the next one is trunk or treat. And that's the outreach committee. And please, they need trunksters. A group of us ladies from LWML, if you can remember, last year were the little old ladies from Pasadena. This year we already have a plan. Dale Bennett took in charge of that and just did everything for us, and we just need to write her a check, so that was great. And but it's fun. You'll love it. And seeing the kids, you'll get so much out of it. It's just a great fellowship. And so please get in touch with Rachel Hilbert or Mary Mooring and let them know you definitely want to be a trunkster. And actually, as a pastor had said last weekend, I was just cracking up, and he goes, "You can just put a sheet over it as long as you have candy in the trunk." Um, but anyway, just so think about that because you'll get more out of it. I can guarantee you that. So anyway, as usual, busy church, and I know I got to end like this because people constantly say it to me. You're overwhelmed or whatever, and things are going on, and you're worrying about the rain and all that. You just need to know who's in charge and look up. Until next time, bye.